So, guys, you are MMA UK News. Obviously, myself, Stoomboy, as always, for the MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about Grapplefest 10. So, Grapplefest 10 going to be at the usual place, the Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool. Going to be Saturday, the 20th of November. Now, doors open at 4 o'clock. It's going to be 6 hours of absolutely top drawer grappling from start to finish. Obviously, headlined by Dante Leon and Oliver Taza for that under 80 kilo interim belt. So, tickets availability, I'd say you can get them directly from the fighters if they have any left. If there's none available, get onto the Facebook page, Grapplefest. That will take you to Eventbrite. Ticket prices, including booking fee, £32.93. So make sure you check with the fighters first of all to see if they do have any availability. So, as I say, it's going to be a fantastic event. Obviously, my next guest is now Owen. I've probably been saying your name wrong, but Owen, is it Livesey or Livesey?
It's Livesey, mate.
Livesey.
Everyone spells it wrong.
So, listen, I've been saying Livesey for obviously a good while. So, Owen Livesey of Carlson, Gracie, Hull. So, Owen's going to be up against the Matt Academy's Lewis Foot Long. So, this promises to be, again, I said this about Owen when he was at SGI. I tipped Owen to be one of the guys to win it. And this is going to be, again, another one for me where I've got Owen winning this one. So it's going to be a great one. I mean, as they're both very, very similar, both come with that judo background, both like to attack, both like to go for submissions. So there's definitely going to be no backing down from either one of these fighters. So, Owen, listen, absolute pleasure to have you on as always. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Nice. I'm good, sir. I'm good. So the family as well. Obviously, we see the updates every day. Obviously, your kid's coming on in leaps and bounds. Obviously, eating. He's healthy. He's looking good.
It's good, mate. It's been an hard first 2 weeks, but we're getting to about week five now.
Yeah.
So I'm just about getting a bit more sleep now.
And then obviously you're training, so I know that obviously we've seen you at SGI, and obviously Monday you were back in the gym again, obviously getting ready for obviously your next event. So I mean, how's the training going after SGI?
It's good, mate. I have the same schedule every week, so just normal, mate. So on the Monday we would have wrestled in the morning, we would have grappled in the evening. So nothing's changed, mate. I just, like I said on the last time we were on here, I just train all year through, and then whenever something crops up, I'm just ready to jump in anyway.
Definitely. And then SGI, I mean, as I said, everybody's still talking about SGI and talking about you. I mean, the performances you put on that night were, again, this was just what you do every day, though. In the gym, obviously, you train hard. Competitions, again, come out, obviously, looking to put a show on. And as I said, you definitely didn't let anybody down. I mean, you come out and your judo was fucking unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, mate, I'm looking forward to getting back on SGI as well. It's I enjoyed being up there, mate, and I think next time I'm down, I'm doing a seminar the day after as well.
Yeah.
We can make a weekend of it, Should be good, mate.
Definitely. Listen, we absolutely loved seeing you. As I said, everybody's still talking about you. And I said, absolutely buzzing to see you coming back up to Scotland. So, and then obviously Grapplefest. Then, so how did you find out about that? How did the fight come about for you?
Chris Thompson just asked me, mate. I went on it. I think I can't remember the date. It would have been it was before lockdown, so it was a while ago now. Chris asked me to compete against a lad called Alberto Gonzalez. He's a Spanish lad. He's meant to be pretty good, to be fair. But he asked me like 10 days before, and I had to cut quite a bit of weight for it and stuff. We'd only just opened the gym then, so I wasn't really training either. So I took that on real short notice, just crash dieted, basically, just cut the weight right now. I ended up nicking it on a decision, but it wasn't a good watch, to be fair. Like I said, I'd not been training, I just grinded it out, really. And got a decision win, but which was a pretty poor match, though, to be fair. But because I took it on such short notice and that, Chris always said, the next big show we'll get you straight back on. So he asked me if I wanted Lou, and I love fighting people with that style, mate. So I said yes straight away.
Definitely. As I said, we mentioned Lou earlier. So Lou, again, coming with, I believe Lou's a judo black belt as well. Obviously, he's competed in judo as well. I know he's obviously won some medals in judo, obviously jiu-jitsu, and then obviously Bellator as well. So Lou's kind of well known in regards to obviously his MMA career as a submission fighter. So obviously he's always going for the submissions. So is that something then, you mentioned obviously it'll be a good fight. So is that something that appealed to you when Lou's name came up?
Yeah, like for me, mate, I just want to have a good match. So I just want it to be a good watch and an exciting match. So I've had some matches in the past that have been a bit of a shit watch where they've pulled guard straight away. I've tried to pass. They've had a good technical guard. It's been hard to pass, but they've not been really attacking that much with the guard. There's a bit of a stalemate. So with someone like Lou, I can't see Lou pulling guard. I'm definitely not going to be pulling guard. I could see one of us, if not both of us, going flying at one point. So
yeah,
that's what I prefer.
Lou did mention that. He put a post up and he was talking about airways or airlines. He says somebody's definitely going to be flying on the night. So, and is that something? Obviously, when you obviously in jiu-jitsu, I mean, obviously we know judo and jiu-jitsu, there's similarities and stuff like that. So, is it going to be good for you going up against another judoka where, again, obviously a black belt? So obviously you know, obviously, kind of what part of his game is going to be and things like that?
There's different styles of judo as there is with jiu-jitsu, though. So him being a judo black belt, as much as that means he's obviously pretty good on his feet, it doesn't mean that much in terms of we're going to be similar or like, you know, from doing jiu-jitsu yourself, like you're a purple belt yourself, like jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
So like you fight a purple belt, it doesn't mean you're going to be the same level or have the same style. So Lou being a black belt in judo just says to me he's going to be game to try and set me down, which is exactly what I want, to be fair.
Yeah. And we saw that with Big Mark McQueen, and Big Mark's obviously a big wrestler, and obviously any time that he went to try and take you down, your counters to anything that he did were, I see, threw him off the mat at one point into the crowd. And I mean, we've never seen anybody do that with Big Mark. Big Mark's 120 kilos, and you under 90, I believe. So, but yeah, I say basically, I think James was worried at one point because I think you threw him off the mat the first time, and he was worried in case obviously he went off the mat and injured any spectators and things like that. So
yeah, I wouldn't want that mark landing on me either, to be fair, mate.
Yeah. So and then obviously you got this match. This is your main focus. So obviously Grapplefest 10. So obviously Lewis up against Lewis. So what's your plans going forward? I know me and you've spoke obviously before and things like that. So I mean, what things do you want to do going forward?
Just get the biggest matches I can get. So I know I'm only going to get. My matches are only going to keep getting bigger if the performances I keep putting in are good and they're good to watch. I think that's more important, to be fair. I think nowadays it's almost more important having a fucking match that's great to watch than it is actually grinding out a win. I think it's important nowadays, especially on these big like invitational shows and such, is that your matches are just a good watch. So for me, mate, future, I just want to get on the biggest matches I can get hold of, basically. Obviously, Grapplefest with Lou is going to be a big match. I'm going to be on Polaris the week after. I don't know who that's going to be against yet, so I'm looking forward to that. And then obviously SGI 9. Obviously before SGI 8, I'd done about 4 tournaments back to back as well. I'm just happy this year with all the shit that's been going on with COVID and that I've actually managed to get out there, which will be about 8 to 10 times by the end of the year. And had some good performances, some performances that have been good to watch, and then it can give me something to build on next year. Next year I want to try and get in the ADCC trials. There's meant to be a trials in Moldova, I think, at some point. We just need to wait until that date's released. get that booked, and then that'd be my main focus then for that year, to try and put the best performance I can in.
Definitely.
At the trials, see what happens there.
See what happens. As I said, listen, if you're going over to the trials, as I said, yeah, you're in my eyes, as I said, you're a difficult man to beat. So very, very difficult man to take down, and stuff like that. So yeah, listen, as did all the best, certainly with the ADCC trials. So and I'm going to see you, obviously. I'll be down at Grapplefest on the night anyway. So obviously we'll get a catch up, and then obviously SGI. Obviously we'll get a catch up about that at some point as well. So and then last thing for you then. So again, I know we spoke a few weeks ago, but anybody you want to shout out to? So friends, family members, sponsors, teammates, things like that.
Just the gym mates again, and all my mates at the gym. I call them my mates, the people I teach, but they're all my mates. And Hard Life again, mate. They're still helping me out as they always do. All my training gear nowadays seems to be Hard Life, and all the gym kit as well. So yeah,
definitely. And the family as well.
The family.
Can't forget the family, Owen.
Oh yeah, she'll kill me, mate, if I forget. So due for letting me sleep in a separate room every night at the moment, so I can actually get up and continue to run the gym and train. And Tiago for starting to sleep a little bit more.
Definitely. But listen, absolute pleasure to have you on again. As always love chatting with you, Owen. Absolutely love it. So guys, listen, Owen Livesey, Carlson, Gracie, Hull is going to be up against Lewis Footlong of the Mat Academy. It's going to be Grapplefest 10, Fusion Nightclub, 20th of November, Saturday the 20th of November. So make sure you get your tickets directly from the fighters or from Grapplefest Facebook page right through to Eventbrite. So again, Owen, as I said, absolute pleasure as always. As I said, I'll see you on the night. But listen, stay safe and obviously train safe, and we'll see you then, buddy.
I will do, mate. Thanks for having me on again, mate.
Thanks again, mate. Take it easy.
Cheers, pal. See you, mate.